What is up, guys? My name is Logan Tremellin with Tremellin Media House, and this is
Noah.
fellow ex-professional ATV racer.
Did it once or twice.
So this video is on how to get into ATV racing. So there's 5 steps. You got to watch to the end where we have a special guest to give you steps 3 and 4. He's kind of fast.
It's definitely one of them.
He kind of knows how to ride a 4-wheeler.
The first thing you want to do when you try to get into ATV racing is do a little bit of research. So you're going to want to find out what tracks are near you, and kind of figure out how far you can go to get to the tracks. If there's any series, go on Facebook, see if there's any groups with series that you can, get involved in.
You can look at the national series. Obviously, most likely it's going to be a little bit more traveling, but then you can see, the top of the sport and the peak. So even just going and spectating a national would be really good for you to be like, okay, this is something that I want to get into, or you can just stay at the local level because you can still have a lot of fun. Number 2 is to learn the safety requirements. And this is broken up into 2 categories, which is the required gear and the required ATV accessories. For required gear, you need a helmet, boots, gear as in jersey, pants, gloves. This isn't all recommended rule-wise, I don't think, but we recommend it.
Yeah.
Goggles, eye protection, tear-offs for your goggles. Optional, but we recommend is things like neck braces, knee braces, or knee guards if you're on a big bike, preferably. If you're on a small bike, you don't really need them yet.
Yeah.
And a chest protector.
So these are the things that you're going to want to get for your ATV so that it's race ready. Nerf bars are a must to protect your feet and your legs and basically your whole platform that you're standing on the 4-wheeler with. Kill switch and tether to save yourself and others and the 4-wheeler so that it doesn't just go mayhem on other people. Number plates so that you know what. Optional is but recommended by us are hand guards for sure to stop them big old rocks from
You
getting
can break
your
a finger.
knuckles. Yeah, it's a bad deal. It's a bad day. Tires and rims because the stock ones are usually just not up to par. And handlebars because stock ones are just trash.
All of these safety items they're not all the same. Not all helmets are made equal. Not all tires, Nerf bars are made equal. So we're going to put links down below to what we used. We are a little biased because we raced and we had sponsors and, we were at the highest level of the sport. So we're going to put links to just our favorites, some of the best options for gear accessories and for ATV accessories down below. For number 3, physical ability, and number 4, practice, we have a special guest, Chad Wienen, who's going to tell you about that.
Hi, I'm Chad Wienen. I am an 8-time AMA Pro ATV Motocross champion, and today I'm going to give you some insights on how to get into ATV racing and some of the physical aspects of it, and part of keeping yourself in training and practicing. So I'm going to give you a rundown on a couple of things that will help you get into ATV racing. For me, I went from just trail riding, playing around. I grew up on a farm that my family owned, and I used that to enjoy the sport and really get to know riding ATVs and the fun that I had. I just kind of enjoyed that part of it, getting into the sport. And then getting into motocross, I really had a lot of fun jumping, so I really took a lot of pride in that, and I practiced that a lot and just had a lot of fun with that. The physical aspect, a lot of people use this sport to keep themselves in shape. It's a fun way to keep yourself in shape and just have fun with your friends. It's very social and just a great group group sport that you can do together with your friends and then also your family as well. Practicing, I can't put enough emphasis on the more time you spend in the machine, the quicker you're going to learn. For instance, after school, when I was growing up, that's all I wanted to do was go ride my 4-wheeler and just have fun with my friends and enjoying those moments. And now I practice 3-4 days a week. It's what I love, it's what I get to do for a living, and Hopefully this gives you some ideas on how to get into the sport of ATV racing, and hopefully have some fun.
To add on to what Chad said, number 3 for physical ability, motocross is significantly more tiring than it might look from the sidelines. People really don't understand this.
No, not at all. It's weird.
There was some article that came out said that motocross in general was the most physically demanding sport there was. Pro riders, they're riding 20 plus minutes at, some of them were over a 200 beat per minute heart rate the entire time.
Yeah, look at GNCC. They're 200 plus BPMs for 2 hours, 3 hours straight, actually. The dirt bikes are, which is it's ridiculous. I mean, try to do that, you'll die, like literally.
Cardiovascular endurance and strength overall, because you're moving a very heavy machine, and it just takes a lot. And then that heads into number 4, which is practice. Getting comfortable on it, just realizing how to move the machine around.
Yeah, like you said, get comfortable on it. Don't try to push yourself too far right away. Get used to how the bike handles through certain bumps, turning and all that stuff. Obviously, work up to hitting big jumps. Start with a single, see how far you can send it, and then move to a tabletop. Those are always really safe to jump. Those are my favorites. Another thing that's really important that you might not think is important is how you set up your bike. Making sure that the suspension is set up correctly, making sure that your front wheels are aligned correctly and the ride height is set correctly. All that stuff plays a big role in how easy the machine is to move around.
To add on that, do not hit jumps on the first lap. I had a nickname called Sight Lap because there was so many weekends in a row at races where first lap I'd got and just try to send everything, and I would crash on the first lap. And so then people would just call me Sight Lap because I crash a lot. For setting up the bike, we know everybody at the Nationals, so we're going to put links to their Facebook or something below. Or if you need help with bike setup or suspension, Doug's link will be down below. TDR will be down below. Everybody who we know in the National Series who can help you get your bike set up properly to get started, we'll put them down below. 5, dangers, the last thing.
Ooh, the dangers of ATV motocross, they're nuts.
From personal experience, it's
a bad deal.
It's not easy on the body. Dangers is you will crash eventually. You will fall off. You may be okay, but there's always that chance. You have to be willing to accept it.
Yeah, the best part about crashing is you figure out why you wrecked, and then you can fix it, and then you go faster. That's the best part.
Crashing sucks all around.
It does. It's not fun. But
Coming from somebody who broke a hip and somebody who punctured his intestine, it's not fun, but motocross is very fun as long as you stay on the bike. So hopefully this video helped. 5 steps to get into ATV motocross. That's it. Thanks to Chad for helping us out. And all the links, the people, all the resources we know, they're down below.
How long do we stay here?
Probably another few seconds just to make sure.